Ford just dropped a bomb on the entire automotive industry, and nobody saw it coming. While every other manufacturer is busy jacking up prices on luxury trucks loaded with gadgets you'll never use, Ford goes the opposite direction with a $22,000 DIY builder pickup truck that's about to make the used truck market cry itself to sleep. This isn't some stripped down fleet special with roll-up windows and a lawnmower engine. No, this is a purpose-built modular workhorse designed for people who actually use a truck like a truck, not a rolling living room. You get a bare-bones chassis cab with a flatbed-ready rear, pre-wired harnesses for lights and accessories, and a powertrain that won't quit, all for less than the average down payment on a new F-150. Think of it as a Lego set for adults who need to haul lumber, tools, or even a custom camper without burning through their kids' college fund. The genius here is that Ford realized something massive. Most truck owners customize their rigs anyway, so why not sell them a blank canvas and let them build exactly what they need? You want a welding rig? Bolt it on. A mobile coffee stand? Go crazy. A flatbed with removable sides for farming? Already pre-drilled. The aftermarket is going to explode because every accessory company on earth just got handed a standardized low-cost platform to play with. Meanwhile, Toyota and Chevy are sitting there wondering why anyone would pay $50,000 for a Tacoma or Colorado when you can build a tougher, more personalized truck for half the price and zero electronic nannies. Even Tesla's Cybertruck looks like an overpriced origami experiment compared to this thing. The real kicker? Ford isn't losing money on this. They're banking on volume and service revenue from all the DIY builds, plus locking in a new generation of loyal owners who will remember that Ford trusted them to be actual builders, not just drivers. Industry analysts are already scrambling to rewrite their forecasts because this truck single-handedly redefines the entry-level pickup segment. Dealers are nervous because a $22,000 truck means smaller loans, fewer add-ons, and customers who know exactly what they want. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The DIY approach means no bloated trim levels, no mandatory sunroof packages, no heated steering wheel you never asked for. You pick your cab size, your wheelbase, your engine option. Yes, there's a hybrid version coming, and everything else is up to you. Want air conditioning? Install it yourself. Power windows? Grab a kit. The beauty is that Ford isn't forcing you to pay for features you don't need, so your $22,000 stays exactly where it belongs, in your pocket or invested into the parts that actually matter for your work or play. And because the truck comes pre-wired with a simple color-coded electrical system and a bare-bones interior that's designed to be ripped apart and customized, even a weekend warrior with basic tools can transform this thing into a specialized machine over a single Saturday. Compare that to the competitors, where changing a light bulb requires a computer reset and a prayer. What's really shaking the market, though, is the ripple effect on used truck prices. Why would anyone pay $15,000 for a rusted-out 2015 Silverado with 150,000 miles when they can spend $7,000 more and get a brand new warranted blank slate Ford that hasn't been abused by 3 previous owners? Private sellers are panicking, used car lots are slashing prices, and auction houses are seeing bids drop overnight. Ford didn't just release a new truck, they just reset the entire value equation for anyone who needs to haul, tow, or build. And let's talk about the powertrain for a second, because this is where Ford got ruthless. The base engine is a naturally aspirated 2.3-liter 4-cylinder that's been in production for years, meaning parts are cheap, repairs are simple, and any mechanic in any small town can work on it. It only makes 180 horsepower, but it produces 210 pound-feet of torque at just 2,500 revolutions per minute, which is exactly where you need it for pulling a loaded trailer away from a stoplight. And because the truck weighs under 3,500 pounds thanks to the lack of luxury padding and sound deadening, that little engine feels surprisingly punchy. You won't win any drag races, but you'll pass every gas station on the highway while your buddy in a V8 Ram is swiping his credit card for the 3rd time that day. But here's where the story gets truly dangerous for Ford's competitors. The aftermarket support is already lining up. Major brands like ARB, DZ, and even smaller fab shops have announced bolt-on suspension lifts, winch bumpers, and bed conversion kits specifically for this chassis. Within 6 months, you'll be able to build an overlanding rig, a landscape truck, or even a mini wrecker without ever touching a welder. Ford is even releasing official builder bundles through their parts department. So you can buy a complete flatbed conversion or an enclosed service body directly from the dealer and roll the cost into your financing. That means the $22,000 entry price is just the beginning, but the ceiling is entirely up to you. Some owners will keep it bare bones, bones and spend nothing extra, while others will drop 10 grand in upgrades and still come out under the price of a base model Tacoma. And that flexibility is what has every automaker from Stellantis to Nissan running back to their design studios. They know they can't compete on price without gutting their own profitable trim structures, and they know they can't match the DIY culture without completely rethinking how they build and sell trucks. Even the rental and fleet industries are taking notice. As in, construction companies that used to buy stripped-down Ram Pro Masters or Transit vans are now looking at this Ford pickup because a flatbed with removable sides is more versatile than a van, easier to load with a forklift, and cheaper to insure since the repair costs are so low. Utility companies are ordering them by the dozen to mount bucket lifts and line body toolboxes, and landscapers are already placing pre-orders because a truck with a dump insert costs half of what a dedicated dump truck runs. Ford didn't just build a cheap truck, they built a platform that eats into commercial vehicle sales from every direction. And the environmental angle, don't think for a second that Ford missed it. Because the truck is so light and so simple, the hybrid version coming next year is rumored to get over 35 miles per gallon combined. Which would make it the most fuel-efficient pickup ever sold in America. No giant battery pack, no complex electric motors driving all four wheels, just a mild hybrid system that recovers braking energy and assists the engine under load. That means lower emissions without the $20,000 price premium of a full electric truck, and without the range anxiety that still plagues the Ford Lightning. Suddenly, the eco-conscious contractor who needs to haul plywood but also wants to feel good about their carbon footprint has a real option that doesn't require a six-figure loan or a charging station at every job site. So where does this leave the rest of the market? Scrambling. Expect to see copycat announcements from GM and Ram within the next 12 months, but they'll be playing catch up because Ford already has the supplier network. It's the dealer training and the brand loyalty baked in. The only question now is whether Ford can build enough of these things to meet demand, because if the early buzz is any indication, the $22,000 DIY builder pickup isn't just a product launch, it's a revolution in how Americans buy, own, and build their trucks. And we haven't even talked about what happens when the tuner community gets their hands on this chassis. Imagine a lightweight rear-wheel drive pickup with a manual transmission option and an engine bay that wasn't crammed full of emissions equipment and plastic covers. The drift guys are already drooling. Because stripping this thing down to a tube chassis and dropping in a junkyard Coyote V8 would cost less than buying a clapped out Nissan 240 SX. Hot rodders see it as the modern equivalent of the Ford Ranger that dominated grassroots racing for decades, except this one comes with a warranty and zero rust. You think the off-road bros are excited? Wait until the pavement pounders start chopping the frame, slapping on wide body kits, and turning this budget work truck into the most unexpected track day hero since the Ford Transit van lapped the Nürburgring. And Ford knows exactly what they're doing. They're not discouraging any of it. In fact, internal memos reportedly suggest the company is considering selling roller versions of the truck, meaning no engine or transmission at all, just a rolling chassis with a VIN, so builders can drop in whatever powertrain they want without paying for parts they'll immediately throw away. And that would be an absolute earthquake for the specialty vehicle market, because right now, if you want a brand new chassis to build a custom car or truck, your only option is spending six figures on a resto mod or fabricating everything from scratch. Ford is about to hand the DIY world a brand new, crash-tested, legally registerable platform for less than the cost of a used Honda Civic. The insurance companies are going to hate it, but the builders are going to worship it. Meanwhile, the traditional dealership model is having a full-blown meltdown. How do you upsell fabric protection and window tint on a truck that comes with vinyl floors and manual crank windows? How do you push a $5,000 extended warranty when the entire vehicle can be fixed with hand tools and a YouTube video? Some dealers are already refusing to allocate inventory for the DIY model, terrified that it will cannibalize their high-margin F150 sales. But the smart dealers are pivoting hard. They're turning their service bays into customization centers, offering in-house flatbed installations, winch mounting, and even custom paint jobs. They've realized that a customer who buys a $22,000 truck might spend another $10,000 on accessories installed right on the lot, and that's pure profit without the factory markup. Ford Corporate is watching closely, and early signs indicate they might even offer factory direct sales for the DIY model to bypass hostile dealers entirely. Imagine ordering your barebones truck online, picking it up at a regional distribution center, and driving it straight to your garage to start building. That's not science fiction. That's the logical conclusion of Ford's new strategy, and it terrifies every legacy automaker that still relies on haggling over floor mats to pay the bills. The used market is already showing signs of a correction, with prices for old Ford Rangers, Chevy S10s, and even Toyota Tacomas dropping by as much as 15% in the last month alone. Why would someone pay $18,000 for a 2012 Tacoma with 120,000 miles when they can spend $4,000 more and get a brand new Ford with 0 miles, modern safety features, and the ability to build it exactly how they want? The math doesn't work anymore, and the flippers who hoarded used trucks during the pandemic are now sitting on rapidly depreciating assets. Some are trying to dump their inventory at break-even prices. But the buyers aren't biting. They're waiting for the Ford DIY truck to hit lots in volume. And here's the part that really seals the deal. Ford is offering a 36-month 0% financing deal on the DIY model for anyone who completes an online builder safety course, which is just a fancy way of saying they want to make sure you don't kill yourself bolting a 2,000-pound camper to a truck rated for 1,500 pounds of payload. The course is free, takes 45 minutes, and actually teaches useful things like weight distribution, electrical load calculations, and proper torque specs. Once you pass, Ford sends you a certificate that doubles as a $500 accessory credit, meaning you can walk out the door with a flatbed-ready truck, a basic toolkit, and enough cash left over to buy your first round of upgrades. Compare that to the competition, where financing a $40,000 midsize truck at 7% interest means you're paying nearly $50,000 by the time the loan is done. Ford just handed middle America a way to own a brand new truck without drowning in debt, and that's a weapon no amount of marketing can defeat. The long-term implications are staggering. If this DIY model succeeds, every segment of the automotive market is vulnerable. Imagine a $25,000 DIY SUV built on the same chassis, a $20,000 DIY cargo van for delivery drivers, a $15,000 DIY city car with snap-in body panels, and a lawnmower simple electric powertrain. Ford isn't just selling a truck, they're testing a philosophy that could wipe out the traditional trim-level, option package dealer haggle model that's dominated car sales for a century. And if consumers vote with their wallets, which they always do when price and freedom collide, then the $22,000 DIY builder pickup will be remembered as the moment the auto industry finally listened to the people who actually use their vehicles. We're just getting started because the first wave of customer builds is about to hit social media. And what these owners are creating is going to make every overpriced, underbuilt factory truck look like a sad relic of a bygone era. Just wait until you see the farm welder who turned his into a mobile welding rig with a built-in generator and a bed full of oxygen tanks, or the van life couple who built a pop-up camper that sleeps 4 and still tows their fishing boat. This truck isn't just silencing the market, it's waking up an entire generation of builders who thought new vehicles were forever out of reach. And the best part? Ford is just getting warmed up. Because the next announcement isn't going to be about another expensive electric truck that nobody can afford. It's going to be about how far this DIY platform can really go, starting with the all-wheel drive version that's already in testing and the factory roll cage option that the off-road community has been begging for. So stick around because the revolution isn't coming. It's already idling in your driveway waiting for you to pick up a wrench and make it yours. And when you do, you'll understand why every other automaker on the planet is currently holding emergency meetings. Because Ford just proved that cheap doesn't have to mean crappy, and simple doesn't have to mean outdated. In fact, the DIY builder pickup is already sparking a grassroots movement that the marketing teams never saw coming. Owners are forming local builder collectives where they pool tools, share lift space, and collaborate on custom fabrication projects. You've got retired mechanics teaching teenagers how to weld, electricians helping plumbers wire up work lights, and off-road enthusiasts showing farmers how to install onboard air compressors. This truck isn't just a vehicle, it's become a community hub on wheels, and Ford is leaning into it by sponsoring builder garage events at dealerships across the country. Imagine showing up on a Saturday morning with your truck, parking next to 20 other DIY builds, and spending the day swapping parts, sharing tips, and competing in friendly "how much can you haul" challenges. That's not a car show, that's a cultural shift, and it's happening in real time. The aftermarket parts manufacturers are reporting back orders on everything from steel bumpers to LED light bars, and small fabrication shops are hiring like crazy just to keep up with demand for custom flatbeds and storage solutions. One company in Ohio started selling a Lego rail system that bolts into the factory bed mounting points and lets you reconfigure your entire cargo area in under 10 minutes without any tools. They sold out their first production run in 4 hours. Another shop in Texas is offering a bolt-on dual rear wheel conversion for the heavy haulers, turning this little truck into a mini dually that can legally carry over 2,500 pounds. Ford engineers are watching all of this with a mix of pride and terror. Because some of these modifications push the truck well beyond its factory ratings, but that's the beauty of a DIY platform. You assume the risk, you reap the rewards, and nobody is forcing you to sign a liability waiver just to install a set of fog lights. The regulatory side is getting interesting too. Several states are already drafting legislation to exempt DIY builder vehicles from certain emissions testing requirements, arguing that a low-volume owner-built truck shouldn't be held to the same standards as a mass-produced luxury barge. Environmental groups are split. Some love the hybrid version's fuel economy, while others worry that owners will delete emissions equipment for more power. But Ford has a clever solution. They're selling official compliance packages that include CARB legal catalytic converters, sealed evaporative systems, and certified engine calibrations for anyone who wants to stay strictly legal. If you want to go full hot rod mode and rip everything out, that's on you. But Ford won't warranty it, and your state might not register it. That balance of freedom and responsibility is exactly what this truck represents, and it's resonating with buyers who are tired of being treated like children by their vehicle manufacturers. Meanwhile, the rental car companies are placing massive orders for the fleet spec version, which comes with vinyl floors, rubber mats, and a lockable steel bulkhead behind the seats. Enterprise alone is rumored to have ordered 15,000 units for their commercial rental division, replacing aging vans and small pickups that cost more to maintain than they're worth. Think about that. One of the largest vehicle buyers in the world just bet millions of dollars on Ford's DIY concept because their data shows that customers prefer a simple, tough, customizable truck over a complicated, feature-bloated alternative. U-Haul is also reportedly in talks to offer the DIY platform as a chassis for their smallest box truck conversions, which would put thousands more of these things on the road as affordable moving vehicles for college students and young families. The domino effect on the transportation industry is enormous, and we're only now beginning to understand the full scope of what Ford has unleashed. But let's bring it back to you, the person watching this video, because you're probably wondering if this truck is actually right for your life. Maybe you're a homeowner who needs to haul mulch twice a year and help your buddy move a couch every other spring. The base $22,000 model with a simple tarp-covered bed is overkill for that, but it's also cheaper than a new compact SUV and twice as useful when you actually need truck capability. Maybe you're a weekend warrior with a small boat or a pop-up camper. The factory towing package adds $500 and gives you a Class 3 hitch, trailer wiring, and a transmission cooler, bringing your total to $22,500 for a brand new tow vehicle with a warranty and zero mystery mechanical issues. Try finding that deal anywhere else. Maybe you're a small business owner who needs a reliable work truck but can't justify a $50,000 expense that eats up your operating capital for the next 5 years. This truck pays for itself in the first 12 months of avoided repairs and fuel savings compared to whatever clapped out fleet relic you're currently nursing along. The math is undeniable, and the only people who disagree are the ones making money off the old way of doing things. Now, here's where Ford could stumble, because nothing this good comes without potential problems. Early production units have reportedly had issues with the paint quality on the bare steel bed surfaces, which is ironic considering the bed is meant to get scratched and dented anyway. Some owners are complaining that the base vinyl seats get uncomfortably hot in direct sunlight, but a set of cheap seat covers solves that for 20 bucks. The manual transmission option, which is a carryover unit from the previous generation Ranger, has a notchy feel that some reviewers have called agricultural, but that's exactly what you want in a truck designed for work. Positive engagement, no vagueness, and the ability to downshift without thinking about it. The biggest complaint so far is that the truck is almost too simple, with no automatic headlights, no intermittent wiper delay on the base model, and a radio that looks like it came from a 2005 economy car.